fail faster. Let's talk about it. I talk to a lot of hairstylists, man, and a common theme that I hear, of course, we get the common questions: what products do you use? How do I get more clientele? Um, they don't want to charge in my city. I mean, they don't want to pay for the prices I'm charging in my city. We get a lot of the same questions, but when I hear people talking, man, when I see people's actions, you know, I see a common thread or thing that's a problem, guys, and we've got to deal with it and face it if we ever, man, want to see the success that I know we all desire. People ask me oftentimes, what's my greatest asset? What's my strength? And I think sometimes they want to hear things like hair color or cutting or things like that. But to people that really know me, man, or the one that I think is my greatest strength is from a child growing up, and as a man, I have never been afraid to fail. I understood early on, even if I didn't know how to articulate it, I realized that failing wasn't really failing. You know what I mean? Like, failing was figuring out a way that doesn't work. You know what I mean? And oftentimes, failing immediately told you the right way. Like, oh, well, I took a left turn, I should have took right. Is that right? So failing, man, is the fear of failure. Ooh, man, it's really like paralyzing people. I see people wanting to, excel in their business and wondering why things aren't working. And I ask them, well, are you doing this? Are you doing that? And how come you're not putting yourself out there? How come you're not just walking up to strangers? And how come you're not trying things different? And they don't know how to verbalize it a lot of times. Some people say it, that's rare, but most of the time they don't know how to verbalize it. But just being in this industry for so long and working with and developing so many different kind of people and having my own ups and downs and successes and failures, I realized that people are just afraid to take the left turn. Guys, try the haircut. Especially when it comes to hair cutting and hair color. I just left a hair show and I was talking to one young lady, and I get the same face maybe 1 out of 3 times when I say, well, man, how's your hair color business? What are you doing with hair color? They do this. Ooh, I don't know about that. And what is that face? That face is, well, I'm afraid. I'm scared because they say things like, well, hair color is permanent. I don't want to, and ultimately, if you keep pushing, if I keep asking questions, you know what they'll say? I'm afraid to mess up. If I mess up, my whole identity is wrapped up in being perfect, or I don't want nobody to know that I messed up. And I know, God, that comes from youth, man. That comes from like high school and dropping your books in the hallway and people laughing at you because you tripped. We scared to ask the girl to dance, or if you're a guy and you're trying to ask for a phone number, or if you're a girl, you know what I mean? You don't want to not make the cheerleading team or ask a guy for his phone number, whatever, man. But that thing never has left us. And it's other things, man. We see what happens. We laugh at people when they make mistakes, or when people mess up in celebrity, man, we ridicule them and make memes about them and things like that. So failing or messing up or being viewed as wrong, rejection, yo, man, we are not we not on that. But here's what I want to say in this video. Yo, if you're afraid to fail, if you're afraid to make a mistake, if you're afraid to be rejected by a client when you walk up on them and try to give them a business card, if you're afraid to take a new client, if you're afraid to try some new technique or new haircut or new color, if you're afraid to use a razor, if you're afraid to use a chemical, guys, if you're just afraid, if you're afraid to step out there, you know what I mean? A lot of people don't like YouTube. They love Twitter. They love Facebook, but a lot of people, when I say, well, man, why don't you get a YouTube channel? They like, ooh, they give me the same face. Like, ooh, nah, I can't do that. You know what I mean? I can't put myself out there. You know what I mean? Somebody might judge me. Somebody might leave something negative. Guys, if you are afraid of what the client or a coworker or if you're afraid, if you're scared of failure or rejection or looking wrong, you need to get the hell out of this business, man. This the wrong field, dude. Man, get out. Get out, man. Man, the greats, man. The greats that have done this, man, they got so many failures. They got so many mistakes. Man, let me tell you something, man. I have made so many left turns. You know what? I looked at a picture recently of my first anniversary party, my anniversary party for the salon. Man, I had on this funky outfit. I got this military jacket and it said Airborne, and I had the fresh cut. I put the Beijing on the beard. Man, I was clean. Man, we had models and you know what I mean? We DJ, we threw a party. Let me tell you something, man. That night, I went to the salon, man, because I was living in the salon on my first year. Can you imagine that? Your first year that you're opening, you think you're about to take over the world, and less than a year later, I was already living in the salon, dude, wearing coats to go to sleep because it was that cold. Why? Because I had made some errors with the money. I had made some error with the projections. Man, I done made so many errors with hiring. I done made so many errors with firing. I done made so many errors with clients and hair color. Yo, I done put some hair in the bow, bruh. I done bleached it off her head, man. I done relaxed her to burns. You know what I mean? Man, I done cut people ill till they need their stitches. I done did a haircut and jacked it up. But now there's a part of me that just, man, you gotta get fearless, man. You gotta get fearless when it comes, man. There's some people that's scared to take the test. There's some people that get out of school and are deathly afraid of taking the state board test. Or if they do take it the first time and they fail, if they fail the test, yo, they not going back. Talk to people, man, working at other, department stores or something. I thought you was a hairstylist, man. I took the test, but it wasn't for me. Nah, dog, they failed and they didn't want to go back. They didn't want to fail again. They didn't want their family to say, oh, you messed up, you were wrong. Man, look, fail faster. Let me tell you how you win. You want to know how you win? You want to know how you build clientele? You want to know how you actually get this? I was about to say shit. You know how you get this shit popping? Man, fail faster, man. Hurry up. Do something, try it the next day, and if you mess up, do it again the next day. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, man. The most they could tell you is no if you give them a business card. The most they could do is not come back. Man, I see clients that I jacked up in like 99, 2000. I see them today, 15 years later. Some of them I'll be like, yo, man, I'm so much better. I'm so much better. Man, my wife, man, works with a young lady, you know what I'm saying? And I remember doing her makeup or hair or something for her wedding. And I asked my wife, I was kind of like, does she remember me? Because I don't think I did an awesome job, you know what I mean? That was 10 years ago, man. I'm so much better now. Like, I apologize, but I did the best I could then. But you gotta learn. You gotta learn social media, guys. You gotta learn technology. You gotta learn skill sets. Man, you gotta learn different marketing ideas. You gotta learn different campaigns in the salon. It's so many things I tried, like different campaigns and promotions. They didn't work all the time. Oh, I didn't win every award. I didn't win every hair battle. I just didn't win every day. But each time, Robert Cromans, man, I love that dude, man. Just had a chance to see him up close and personal at Bronner. And I don't know if it was an original quote by him, but I love it. He says, man, hairdressers do not make mistakes. We make discoveries. And the way you're going to win, what's holding you up, what's stopping you from the success that you really want, what's stopping you from being book solid, is you not getting enough discoveries, man. Just do a shitload of hair, man. Do a ton of hair, man. Just do it every day. Do paid hair, do free hair, do half off hair, do tip only hair. Just do a bunch of daggone hair, man. And find out, discover what works. Discover what products work, what shears work. Find out what thinning shears do. Find out what relaxers do. Find out what colors do. Find out what the blow dryer does, man. Learn, dude. Go to this event. If you don't learn nothing, you discover, did not go back to the show. Just buy this DVD, man. You might have spent $100. Guess what? It might not be awesome, but if you learn one technique, just move on. But just, man, don't be afraid to fail, dude. I'm just thinking about that, man. I got another consulting call. I was talking with somebody, and all I could tell her was, sweetie, you are afraid to fail. You're scared. And she said, yes, I am. Like, how you going to ever get over the hump? And you got to wake up every morning and say, man, what am I going to mess up today? I know that's crazy. That's absurd. You got to wake up and say, man, what am I going to learn today? I want to try something out the box. I just want to try something I've never tried before. And guess what? Most of the time, it's a 50-50 shot. It's not a 100% shot you're going to mess up. Either you're going to make it or you're going to not. But I guarantee you, man, 70-80% of the time, if you do make a mistake, you're going to immediately discover the better way. And I'm telling you, man, volume. Do a lot of hair, man. Just do a ton of it. Don't mess up one haircut and don't do no more haircuts. Don't do that. Don't mess up one color job, one foil job, and you bleached it and had black on and you didn't know and you get all discouraged and people laugh at you and you stop. Don't do that. Do it again, man. Just because you have a nightmare, man, don't stop dreaming, man. Keep going and fail faster, man. I'm talking about learn it, try it, blow it, and do it again, man. Torgano Education, man. Better hairdressers, better salons, better lives, man. And the only way we're going to get better, man, is we're going to have to feel the opposite of better, right? Feel it. You ain't going to die. You ain't going to die, bro. You ain't going to die.